Hello and welcome to Financial Modeling, Finance 3453, sections 953 and 954 with Tom Hooper. That's me. Each week I will try to give you a video to let you know what's coming. I'll try to post it on Sunday evenings. This one's called Week 1 Prep Video, and it's a bit of a pre-semester orientation. Crazy times we're living in, crazy structure of this class this semester. It's going to seem weird at first, but I think you'll like it. Tested it out last semester, made a few tweaks, and let me show you what it looks like. Here's the agenda for the video. Just said welcome. We'll take a look at the syllabus and talk about the design of the course, and then the text and materials. There's no textbook required for this course. All the modeling courses at OU list a great textbook by Benninga. Looks like this. And if you'd like a great reference book for your desk after this class, I strongly recommend it. If you are solely focused on getting a good grade in this class, I probably wouldn't be distracted by that textbook. Now, I will say, if you're a Mac user, I'm going to great pains to accommodate Mac users, but I'm still going to stick with my tried and true tradition of really focusing on shortcuts. So if you're a Mac user, I found this new tool over Christmas break called Accelerator Keys. Check that one out at acceleratorkeys.com. It is $36. I think it's worth it for Mac users, but I'm not going to require that you add it to your computer, but I do think it should help you with the shortcuts in this course. Then we'll talk about my near-term priorities and what the first week is going to look like and the famous team progress reports. So I think I got a bit ahead of myself. I'm going to back up and talk about syllabus. Let's look at the syllabus. This is a redacted version of the syllabus. I'm going to post this video to YouTube and didn't really want to put my personal cell phone and stuff like that out there. So I've redacted some of the things off of it. But again, this is the course. I'm the instructor. I have an office at OU, which I'm never in. And I have an email, which you can see on the real syllabus, and a cell phone, which is my only telephone number. It's my personal cell phone that I've had for over 10 years. Please put it into your phone and call or text me, as long as it's not before my bedtime. This will be a question on the syllabus quiz. Preferred method of contact for me: email first. Canvas message is the same. They both show up as an email to me. Text before 9 p.m. because I'm getting old and I go to bed at 9 p.m. And since I'm getting old, if I wake up after that, I don't get back to sleep so well. Or phone call before 9 p.m. Either one is fine. I have a graduate assistant who is a wonderful guy who also has an email address that you can see on the real version. I'll have office hours, which you can get to by clicking on this Zoom link. That's Mondays 3 to 6, kind of a walk-in type scenario. Anybody who shows up in the Zoom call can take place in office hours. I'm also available most other days, including weekends, and that's by appointment. So click on that link and set up a time where we can just have an individual session. I think those are 20-minute slots. My videos will generally be posted on YouTube. Some may be posted only through My Media at OU. And those will all be made available in a Canvas item. Let me show you where that is. That Canvas item is called Video Log, and it is in the module for course administration. If you click on that, I will have hyperlinks to the videos. Right now it's empty. It's not even published because I'm just recording the first video. Now, I'd mentioned team progress reports before. Here is the link to schedule one of those. Each Friday, for at least the first 6 weeks, I will expect each of you to meet with me for 10 minutes. I know you didn't sign up for a Friday class, but come on, you can find 10 minutes in your schedule to meet with me and tell me how it's going individually or as a team, actually. If Friday doesn't work and you have a good reason, we'll do it on Saturday or something. Let me know. Learning management system is, of course, Canvas. And they tell me that the way I'm teaching this class is called BlendX. This is even a little bit more complicated than that. I have two sections, 953 and 954. As I mentioned earlier, I'm getting old, and it's easier for me to just treat you all as one big group. Some of you come to class at 11:15, some of you at 7:15. Now, I'm going to break you into two groups for each class. I would like half of you to come into the computer lab on Tuesday, and have to come in on Thursday. So for example, if you signed up for 953, which means that it's the 11:15 class, and I put you in the Tuesday attendance group, then it means that you will have class on Tuesdays at 11:15 to 12:30 in Adams Hall 3109. On Thursdays, you will not. You will work with your project team on Thursdays during class time. Now, if your project team chooses to do this on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. and everyone's okay with it, I'll never know. If everyone's not okay with it, I will know, and I will say that you signed up for a Thursday 11:15 class, and that's when your team needs to meet. So you guys work that out. You're grown-ups. Okay, and then we will have a virtual final from 8 to 10 on Wednesday, May the 12th. All my finals and quizzes will be open book. So let's repeat. If you signed up for the 954 section, which means that you are in the 715 class, you will come to class on Tuesdays, this time 7:15, and then on Thursdays, you will meet with your team during class time or at another mutually agreeable time. You will have your final on May 14th from 10:30 to 12:30. So now let's talk about the other half of the classes. If you're not in the Tuesday attendance group, you must be in the Thursday attendance group. So if you signed up for the 11:15 class and I put you in the Thursday attendance group, then you will meet with your project teams beginning this Tuesday, January 26th, during class time. And then you will come to class, provided you pass all the COVID restrictions, from 11:15 to 12:30 on Thursdays. And you will have your virtual final from 8 to 10 on Wednesday, May 12th, just like everyone else who signed up for Section 953. One last time, you can speed through this if you like. If you signed up for the 715 class and I put you in the Thursday attendance group, then that means you'll work with your project teams on Tuesdays at 7:15. You'll come to class on Thursdays at 7:15, and you will take the final with the other half of your Section 954 on Friday, May the 14th at 10:30. If you have any questions on that, let me know. So each person should check one of these boxes, and that's what applies to them, and you can scratch out the rest of them. How do we figure out which attendance group we're in? Well, you could also figure out which team you're in at the same time, so I'm going to come back to it later. The next thing I'd like to say about the syllabus is the Accelerator Keys add-in that I'd mentioned, or app, for the Mac computers. I strongly encourage you to look into that. Everything else here you can read through, and there's a syllabus quiz, so you'll have to read through it to answer some of those questions. I suspect once you figure out how to come to class, this is really the part that matters to most of you. The class will have 30% of its course grade based on 2 equally weighted group projects. The first one's called Monte Carlo, so if you see the name Monte Carlo on a group project, it just means it's project 1. Don't worry about the name yet. We will have 4 quizzes worth 15% each. And yes, I teach finance at the university level, and 4 times 15 is not 45, but you can drop one of them, and that leaves you with 45% of your course grade from the quizzes. Participation is 5%, and the final's 20%. Both the quizzes and the final will be open book and comprehensive to anything we've covered prior in the course. I grade 90 to 100s in A, and will not commit to rounding. Won't say I've never rounded, but I will not commit to it. Quizzes and tests are open book, but I will tell you I am extremely serious about academic integrity. So enjoy the open book tests and don't cheat. Important dates. I would take a look at this. Class starts on January the 26th, unless you're in the Thursday attendance group, in which case you'll work with your team on Tuesday and not come to class until Thursday. I suspect I'll have some Thursday attendance groupies who Zoom into class on Tuesday, and that'll be just fine. We'll talk through it. We'll send you off with your group, and that'll be fine. Quiz 1, project presentation, evaluations due. Quiz 2, quiz 3. As I mentioned earlier, Tuesday, April 6th is now a non-instructional day, so got to rearrange the whole syllabus for that. Project presentations for the second project. Peer evaluations for that project, and quiz 4, followed by your final. You might want to check which section you're in. If you are in 953, check this box and you'll know when your final is. Likewise for 954. That was the syllabus, which covered some course design, some notes about text and materials, and now let me talk about my priorities. The priorities for this semester are a little bit improved over last semester. I think last fall it was kind of survived the first real COVID semester. Maybe spring 20 was React, fall 20 was survive, and I think spring 21 for me is really focused on how can you be successful in the post-pandemic era. There are 3 things I think you can do to be successful in the post-pandemic era, at least in my class. Obviously, all of this is subject to minimizing the spread of the virus. I spend a lot of time with my 82-year-old mother and do not want to expose her to the virus, so do not expose me to the virus. Beyond that, I think what's most important in this class is that you form team relationships. The abstract nature of this virtual environment that we're in is very challenging for some of us. And so it's important that you build these relationships. We could actually end up going online again this semester. Who knows? If that's the case, it will be much more successful if you have built relationships with your team. So that's my number 1 priority. My second priority is to build online collaboration skills, not only for your success in this class, but also for your success in the post-2020 world that we're going to live in. Because I think we've all learned we can do a lot of things virtually now. So maybe I really can sit on a beach and work on my laptop and trade stocks, or whatever your dream is to work from a distance, just became a lot more of a reality. And so we're going to focus a lot, especially at the beginning of this semester, on building skills to do so. They'll make you successful in just about any path you choose. And then my underlying priority for this class is to improve your Excel skills. And I say improve because I suppose every one of you has done something in Excel and has some Excel skills. And if any of you think you know all there is to know about Excel, then that absolutely proves you don't, because nobody does. But what we'll do is we will focus on what I think is the most important, and we'll use some finance problems to work on those skills. But if I were teaching an engineering class or an education class, I would virtually teach the same course here, because I think the skills are more fundamental than finance or engineering or education or music or anything else that we can do with Excel. I think that problem solving and these kind of skills is universal. One of my favorite speakers that comes to my class talks about planning his wedding on Excel. Not sure what his wife thought about that, but it saved him a lot of hassle. So improving those Excel skills is my third priority here. Now let's talk about the first week. You need to find out your 3-person team. So go to Canvas, look under People and Project, and you will find something with some number, which really is just a serial number for me, to just kind of a shortcut name for me. Oh, you're Team 36. But what you care about is not so much that you're Team 36, but that you're the Tuesday attendance group, as I discussed earlier, and that you're in the 11:15 section. So by being in 36 Tuesday 11:15, we know a lot about you. So I would write that down. I don't know if you're printing out these slides or saving these slides, but get that name in your head, stick with it. From that, you can tell your attendance group, right? We just said we're Tuesday attendance group if Tuesday's in the group name. So check whichever of these boxes. And on January 26th, if you're Tuesday attendance group, I'll see you in the lab. Otherwise, if you're Thursday attendance group, I'll see you on Thursday. And I would like you to go ahead and practice Zooming with your team on Tuesday, January 26th. There's a syllabus quiz out there that's due at the end of the week. You can take it as many times as you want. We'll take it at least once during class to see if anyone has any issues. Part of the reason of taking that test is if you're not familiar with Canvas, if you've not uploaded files into Canvas quiz problems, then we'll do it in class to give you some practice there. There is a team assignment due this week. It's called Week 1 Virtual Skills. And you do need to schedule your Week 1 team progress report to talk about it. Team progress reports in my class are a chance for us to check in informally on Fridays. It's a 10-minute Zoom session. You can schedule it at your convenience. The very top of the syllabus has a link to schedule your team progress report. Just make sure that you get with your team and come up with a time that you can all make it there. I have plenty of students take a 10-minute break from their job on Friday and conduct this meeting over their cell phone. That's fine. I just need to see you face to face and know that you're staying engaged in my class. Now, one of the biggest problems is when your browser populates the name as when you're scheduling your team progress report, it might autofill it with your name instead of your team name. If you don't catch that, it will cost you points. And the reason is When I use Calendly for you to schedule this meeting on Friday, it puts something on my calendar that says, hey, Team 36, Tuesday 11:15, is going to meet with you at such and such time on Friday to give you a progress report. And if it says that John Smith is going to meet with me, then I don't know what team to prepare for. So you could lose a couple points. So make sure that you get the team name in there. The other thing is if you invite, which you need to invite your teammates to join this meeting, if you misspell their email, I get the kickback email because somehow the calendar item comes from my email. And so when you misspell their email, and last semester, every week somebody misspelled an email, it fills up my inbox. So this semester, I'll take off points for that, help you practice some attention to detail. There's a Office Space joke in here, so check out the link. So thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing half of you on Tuesday, half on Thursday. And probably a lot of those Thursday folks will zoom in on Tuesday because they're confused by my instructions. That's okay. We'll work our way through this first week or two. It's not going to be perfect. And if you really need to, contact me during office hours. Thanks, and I'm looking forward to a great semester.